Hello. Once again, I am here for the latest installment of me responding to Steven Side's Inappropriate Classics webcam series. If you've not been privy to my responses thus far, what I do is respond to Steven reading terrible trash literature by reading well-respected literature that's actually terrible. So for example, the last time I did an official one of these, I read from William Faulkner's Absalom, which is one of the most boring books I've ever read. No please. Today, however, I'm going to take things in a different direction. I'm going to read you from this. Hunger by Knut Hamsun, one of the most brilliant and ferocious novels ever written in the history of humanity. It's by Knut Hamsun, who's a Norwegian author, and it's it's kind of autobiographical. It's about him, sort of. The story is about a Norwegian writer who's trying to get his works recognized and trying to get money from them. And he's starving and he's paranoid, and he just walks the streets of whatever town. I think it's Christiania, which is now Oslo, which is the capital of Norway. So it's simultaneously beautiful and disturbing. It's really a gripping work. And I'm going to read you from part 4. Let me give you a little bit of context first, though. I'm kidding. I would never do that to you guys. I would never, ever, ever do that to you guys. It really is a great book, but I would never do that to you. Actually, what I'm going to do is what I did last time, which is go to allpoetry.com and read a terrible poem from it, and then read the responses, because those are always fun. I've already pre-selected one, because sometimes, like, you think the poem's going to be terrible, and it turns out to just be mediocre, and there's a big difference between terrible and mediocre. So, what is going on with my music? There's, like, people talking. I don't want to hear people talking. There we go. Reliant K will help things. Okay. So the poem I've selected for today is Welcome Home by Bam multiplied by 3. I guess it's Bam Fan, and the person is a fan of that show, Bam. That's a show on MTV, right? Or it's Viva La Bam. That's what it is. And it's like, isn't that like a spin-off of the other show that I can't say because there's a curse word in it? I think it is. Well, this person is so much a fan of that they multiplied their name by 3. The poem again is Welcome Home. Oh, I should probably turn off Reliant K, because it wouldn't do justice to Bam Fan multiplied by 3's poem if I read it to the tune of Forgiven by Reliant K, because that would screw up the cadence, and we don't want that. Welcome home. I step inside and head straight to my room, hoping they didn't hear me come in. My room is dark and cold like a tomb. Oh no, sorry, cold and dark like a tomb. I close the door and grin. I made it. Footsteps down the hall. Oh no, here they come! They barge in with the intention of a bloody brawl. They call me fat, lazy, and dumb. They shout and shout and shout, and I stand cold as stone. I won't let them know that their words cut to the bone. I try to defend myself, but they won't listen. I try to block them out, but then my eyes start to glisten. I shut my eyes and try not to cry. No, I won't let them see me cry. They won't see a single tear. They can't know I'm weak. They can't know how I fear. So I yell back, and they just attack. I need to get them out. So I shout and shout. Finally they leave. The door slams shut. I can finally breathe. I grab my blade. Cut. The razor slices through my skin. The sting is comforting. The blood flows, and I sit back and grin. They did not win. Wait, what? It's like ABAA. You can't do that. Whatever. They did not see me hurt. They did not see me cry. They did not see me cut. They believed the lie. I clean up the bloody mess and collapse on my bed. All I can think is, welcome home. So that's Welcome Home by Bam Fan times 3. And let's see what people are saying about this poem. This poem, by the way, was found in the shameless promotions area of allpoetry.com, which is where people spend their all poetry points, which you get by commenting on other people's poems, to make their poems more accessible and get them on like a certain page or whatever. I don't remember exactly how it works, but what you need to know is that people that use the shameless promotions are people that think that they write good poetry, which means that they don't write good poetry. Mrs. Lero Forever, using ellipses as if they were periods, says, speechless. This was just, whoa! Immaculate. if I spelt that the right. No, you didn't. That's not how you spell immaculate at all. But it's okay, because this poem wasn't immaculate. A Falling Star says, that sucks. Good job, A Falling Star. I'm going to scroll down, because I think she might have said that sucks, not the poem, the situation. But I'm going to pretend like she didn't say that. I'm going to pretend like she honestly thought the poem was bad. And that gives me respect for A Falling Star. Well, actually, no, it doesn't, because you haven't seen her picture, but I have no respect for her. Captain Obvious says, wow. I don't think there are enough words in my vocabulary to explain how just excellent this was. The irony of Captain Obvious saying that and not realizing how completely true and right she is in saying it is... I don't really think that's irony, but it sure is funny. I like how you use the word bloody in describing their intentions and what happened. I can definitely relate. That's boring. I don't want to read that. Oh, there's BamFan responding to what somebody said. Be glad you don't get the whole cut thing, Muriel. It's not something I'm proud of. But the poem wasn't about cutting, you know? It was more about how I hate being home and how my parents make me feel like complete S. I'm not going to curse for the sake of BamFan times 3. Captured Moon says, my words mean nothing next to a poem like this. It takes my breath away. I can so relate. And I think I love you for it. Captured Moon is a girl, as is BamFan times 3. So I'm going to go to Captured Moon's little profile and see if she's listed as a lesbian. Because I bet she is. Yep, I'm a Taurus and a lesbian. Oh, this is good stuff. I love, love, love my life. Everyone deals with S, but I don't let it stop me. I'm incredibly overrated and only 15. I'm a Taurus and lesbian, very out and very proud. Foster kid for about 2 years now, nothing wrong with that. I have a lot of dimensions to me, so don't just base solely on what you see. Too late for that, Captured Moon. Most of my opinions are ragingly feministic. I'm a strict vegetarian for now. I'm not a slut just because I like sex. That's not true. I'm Dianic Wiccan, and P.S. that doesn't mean I worship the devil. Not much more here. Catchphrase lately is either bite me or fight me. Sorry she wasted my time. Whatever. Okay, that's it. I'm done.